Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to our module on using a keyboard with the Mountbatten Brailler. The Mountbatten Brailler is capable of using a standard PS2 keyboard. The keyboard can be used for a number of different purposes. It can be used to provide sighted students with a means to interact with a blind student using the Mountbatten. It can be used to allow a means of communication with a deaf-blind student. And it can be used by teachers who might not be familiar with Braille to quickly produce Braille for a Braille-using student. It's important to note that the keyboard must be a PS2 keyboard. It must use a PS2 connector. There are some USB keyboards with PS2 adapters that will work. However, the majority of these types of keyboards will not work with the Mountbatten Brailler. The simplest thing to do is to find an older computer that has a PS2 connector and use that keyboard. The keyboard connects into the PS2 port on the back of the Mountbatten Brailler. Once connected, the keyboard is also capable of sending commands, just as we would send commands through the keyboard of the Mountbatten Brailler itself. The command key is the same as the escape key on the regular keyboard, and the enter key is the same as the end key on the regular keyboard. So to start a command, we would hit escape,
Command.
type our command on the keyboard, and then hit the end key to finish it.
Okay.
In order to use the keyboard effectively, you probably want to have translation turned on. By default, if you're in learn mode and you attach a keyboard and start typing, the Mountbatten is immediately going to start producing Braille on the Brailler.
C-H-I-S space.
This, however, is going to be grade 0 Braille, completely uncontracted without any special formatting. If you want to have proper formatted Braille, you need to first turn on a translator. The translator can only be turned on with the Mountbatten in advanced mode. So you first need to make sure that your Mountbatten is in advanced mode. In order to turn on advanced mode, the command is ADV. So if I want to issue that from the keyboard, I'm going to hit escape,
Command.
type ADV,
A-D-V.
and then finish the command with the end key.
On.
Once in advanced mode, the unit will stay in advanced mode until you've turned the advanced mode off. So if I turn the unit off and on right now,
G'day. Not charging. Advanced mode.
you'll notice that it says that it's in advanced mode when it first starts up.
Breather.
If I now want to turn on the forward translation, the command to do that is FE for forward emboss. So again, to do that from the keyboard, I would hit escape,
Command.
type FE,
F-E.
and then hit end.
On.
You'll also notice that the speech has changed. We're no longer using the recorded speech. We're now using the synthetic voice inside the Mountbatten. The synthetic speech is used because only it can completely speak anything that has been translated from grade 2 Braille. If I were to type now,
C-H-I-S space this. I-S space this. M-E space V. T-Y-P-I-N-G.
what I'm typing will appear on the Mimic visual display. It will also be spoken, but nothing will be brailled because at this point the unit is trying to figure out exactly how much information it can fit onto a single line. Nothing will be brailled until we completely fill 2 lines or until we hit the enter key twice to force everything in the memory to braille.
Breather typing. Breather.
By default, our output on the Mountbatten is going to be formatted grade 2 Braille. We might not necessarily be prepared to give a student grade 2 Braille, however. They might still be in the beginning stages of learning Braille. So we might want to change the grade of the Braille to a lower grade, such as grade 1. In order to do this, the command is FGR for forward grade, then a space, and the number 1 or 2 for which grade of Braille you want. Again, from the keyboard, we would hit escape,
Command.
type FGR,
FGR.
then a space,
space,
number 1 for grade 1 Braille,
1,
and then the end key to complete the command.
OK,
Now if I type the same information,
THIS, space this, IS, space this, ME, space me, TYPING,
and hit enter twice to force it from memory,
return typing, return,
we will get the same information but in grade 1 Braille. And that concludes our module on using a keyboard with the Mountbatten Brailler.